Hey YouTube, welcome back to Dwayne's World. So do you mow your dormant grass? Well, I'm going to see if I can get some great stripe action using my GM1000. You want to find out how it's going to look? You better stay tuned. So Dwayne, do I need to mow my Bermuda when it's dormant? And no, you don't have to. In fact, most people wait till the springtime when it starts to warm up and they do their first scalp, and that's their next mow. And there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, that's what most people probably do. But if you're like me and you love to mow, you need to try to squeeze one in every now and then. You know, I would say on average, I probably mow 2 to 3 times a month during the off season. So you may ask, well, why do I do that? What's the point of that? Well, I would say when the lawn is not cut for a little while and you give it a cleanup pass, it just gives it a much better look. You know, you can get some stripe action, the grass tends to stand up a little bit better, and it just looks a lot more well maintained, even though the grass isn't green. And that's why I choose to do it. But because it's been a while, and I've only used my Greensmaster 1000 only one time, I want to use it today because it's been a while and I can't wait to the growing season. I'm not going to wait to the growing season to use it. So with that, let's get our mow on. All right, so that's the look of the backyard right now. You know, it's funny, I got a couple of green patches that are still hanging on. I don't know, does not make sense to me. But at the same time, it's all dormant for the most part. I definitely got a lot of leaves over here I got to clean up. I don't want to just necessarily run my reel mower over that. So I'll probably break out my rotary mower, to be honest with you, and just kind of suck up those leaves and clean those up before I go ahead and get my mow on here. But we're going to see, again, what type of stripe action we get with the GM1000. All right, so here she is, the Greensmaster 1000. Now, for those of you that are new to my channel, first of all, welcome. But it's only the second time that I featured the Greensmaster 1000 here on Dwayne's World. Now this particular Greensmaster 1000 does have the 14 blade reel. Now I know, that sounds crazy. Even some people have commented in the past, they can't even believe that they even made a 14 blade reel. But yes, it is designed for cutting greens. It's not ideal for a residential application. So I'm definitely gonna have to figure that one out, whether I swap out the reel, which I probably do. It definitely cuts great, but it's really designed to cut at a very low height of cut, along with a frequency of at least once a day, and I don't mow every day. So with that being said, you know, I'm gonna have to definitely figure out what is the best application for me to get the most out of this Greensmaster. Now, for those of you that do follow my channel, the only thing that I've done differently to this mower since the last time you saw it is I went ahead and added an hours meter, as I always do to all my equipment. So that way I can keep track of how much the mower's been running, so I'll know when to do my services, and whether it be oil, greasing, whatever it is, I'll be able to track how many times or how long I've been using this mower. And with that, let's see what kind of stripe action we get on the Bermuda. Whew, I gotta tell you, definitely harder to mow dormant stripes for sure. But grass definitely did come off. Let me go ahead and show you guys how much is in the hopper here. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look here. As you guys can see, there is grass there in the hopper. One of the things I did want to point out though, which I thought was pretty cool, if you look here on the grass catcher, there's these little knobs here. And I was watching an old YouTube video on the Greensmaster 1000, and it was like a training video for people that work greens. And those little knobs there are actually meant to keep your line straight, because those two marks are also the same width as the reel. I thought that was really cool. Definitely a reason why to use the grass catcher. So with that, let me go ahead and show you guys the lawn. So one of the things I just wanted to add is the reason why I'm using the grass catcher is prior to the close of the growing season, I did use my buddy's outlet to dethatch my lawn and really try to help clean out as much of the thatch as I could without going too aggressive. And I do not want to continue to introduce more thatch into the lawn, which is why since then, I have been catching my clippings and not just throwing them back in the lawn. But with that, let's go ahead and see what type of StripeAction came out of the Greensmaster 1000. As you guys can see there, looking pretty good. Not too bad. Not too bad. Let me go ahead and turn it around and give you guys a better view. All right, so there she is. Not too bad. Stripes are not completely burned in, but at the same time, not too bad considering it's been a couple of weeks since my last mow. This Greensmaster did a great job in just cleaning up the lawn, really leveling it out, giving it a nice clean look. And at the same time, got some dormant stripe action, which is absolutely what we're after. Cannot complain about those stripes. Greensmaster 1000 is 100% on point when it comes to laying down stripes. I said it before and I'll say it again. I'm sad. Well, why are you sad, Dwayne? Because it's not the growing season. But at least this keeps me entertained for a little bit. All right, so let me give you guys a quick update here on my side driveway perennial rye project. As you can see, I'll put it up on the video here, but definitely a lot more green up compared to the last few days. I would say that it especially has really started germinating in the last couple of days, and it's definitely starting to spread. Now, this area here that's closest to the sprinkler still needs to fill in, but that's okay. I'm optimistic that it will fill in. The one thing about the sprinkler is I will swap it out. It sticks out too much. We want it flush to the ground, so go ahead and take care of that once the lawn is a little more established, but definitely happy with these results on the side driveway. All right, let me take you over to my front lawn and kind of give you guys a look at what that's currently looking like. So as you can see here, the color still looks phenomenal. Definitely loving it. StripeAction still looking on point. I did do a mow yesterday with the California trimmer. Still have my smooth roller on there. I may swap it out in the very near future here, but what the heck. Definitely cannot complain about that StripeAction. You know, maybe it's just the position of the sun currently. You know, it's about mid-morning right now. And the StripeAction, ironically, looks better in the shade. So definitely loving the way this overseeding project has come out. Cannot complain. Looking good. All right, so let me show you what showed up in the mail today while we were mowing. It is an Ego string attachment. All right, so some of you may be wondering, well, Dwayne, I thought you already had an Ego trimmer. Why did you buy a second one? And you're right, I do have an Ego trimmer, and it's a carbon fiber single shafted, meaning it does not allow for the multi-head option. However, my edger that I have does have the multi-head option where I can purchase other Ego attachments to be able to work with that particular trimmer. Now, that trimmer though, that I just bought, will not live its life as a trimmer. It's missing a part. And you're gonna have to subscribe to find out what I'm talking about, because that's gonna be a future upcoming video, so stay tuned. I definitely like putting together these videos for you guys, so figure let me just show you what I would normally do even if I wasn't doing YouTube. I would still be laying down these stripes either way. But with that, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. A lot of fun as always putting it together. Cannot wait for the growing season. And with that, be excellent and party on.